I will say, you born to worry man. Are you sure that this tea is going to stay? Okay. What if we carry this? I'm gonna put it like this. Nice. Put it like this. Ave mani wogo mano mao. Wa se. Just okay like this. What do you like? Prof? What if I put on this and I think it will be better like this. Yeah, it's better. It's better like this. It's better. It's better. It's better like this. Wow, I say.
Loves to make a forward movement as Gary O'Neill looks on from a higher perch today.
Yes, having a one-game touchline ban for comments made to the referee after the controversial loss to West Ham. Apologies recently. Ake. Rodri. Guardiola. Benin. Beginning to pick their passes. Here's Bernardo Silva. Towards Haaland. Rodri.
Yeah, it wasn't intended by Guardiola in playing it to Rodri. If anything, was probably a little bit of a miscontrol here. But fell nicely to him. He probably is a little disappointed with himself for getting underneath that.
Kovacic. Switch to Bernardo Silva. Walker. Rodri. Benin. Kanji.
look how compressed Wolves are in trying to deny City the opportunity to play through lines.
Bernardo Silva, and it was Guardiola arriving, and he was caught and Traore protests, ignoring on the floor, looks aghast, and the referee was in no doubt whatsoever.
Yeah. As soon as I mentioned about playing through the lines, City find a route. And I must admit, when I saw it first, I thought penalty. He's certainly got his shot away, but I knew he's kind of tracking the ball. He's not really watching what's coming from behind. And he makes the contact with.
Good evening, Waya Bota. Abi, is the network good? Let me check.
Medical attention is on the way for the
Let me check. Network is good.
in touch with Tim Jenkins, who's his now on the touchline.
Location. Okay. I think it's good.
Already Alan has touched the ball and is
Waya Bota.
Jose Sarr by the penalty spot. Under his arm.
Guardiola been sent to the touchline for at the treatment. Yes. He wants to come straight back up.
Sorry. Abota, Mori patients, good evening. Omo Bears, good evening. Good evening, Madam Florence, F.A. Cicero. Waya Abota. Oite yemen Nadia Hiri yo ne mawe ya dibaima runda yemi na gwan kan de na okay even no mano in no Rome hoy bokba ya mwe beva no egbera okay Rome hoy so you na manivia do no zedo nazi okugbe me na ya mo ese runda emi ya nari o erokpa elogo eredo tai yo ni kwivia do gwan evedena na ze enwa oge gbima na ya enwa na giude maude we na ya mu oye hoye na do mieve emi ya den lima otedo so adiega hireyo na betima adiega hireyo so na be tima ya de baima, right? So we'll discuss generally. We'll discuss generally on Benin versus conference. Then afterwards, we can I would want something practical and very actionable. You all know that I really don't have that time doing live video, so this is very important that we all key into this idea. I feel that sometime last year, at the peak of all of these issues, I had suggested an idea last year on the way forward for Benin people. So that idea I have practically nicked it together, so it is now a workable idea that I believe that it will be of immense benefit for the future of this land. My thoughts, basically, it weighs me down. What becomes of us in the next 5 years? What becomes of the Benin people in the next 20 years? What becomes of the Benin people in the next 50 years? We'll have to start planning for ourselves. And unlike most people, they believe that before Benin can be great again, we'll need a governor or a politician that has our thoughts in mind. Well, I don't really believe in that. From my strong background of Benin history, it makes me think beyond the politics of today. Let us, how do I put it? Let us have a conjugal thought. Let us create policies. We don't have to be in seat of power before we can sit down and talk to ourselves as a people. And from there, draw inspiration from the past, come up with brilliant idea that can benefit us in the long run. So my head is full of so much ideas, and these ideas are usually not selfish. These ideas are most times when I just sit, most thoughts I come up with, how do we make great Benin great again? How do we make great Benin great again? It weighs me down. It's like the entire weight of the kingdom is on my head. But either way, people make sacrifices at one point in history, or at every point in history, whether negative sacrifices or positive sacrifices, that turned around the focal point of that entire race, or the kingdom, or the nation, either way you want to put it. So decisions that we're taking, personally or collectively, becomes the remnants of the history that we all talk about today. So I'm just about to prepare our mind for us to create another history. And I obliged all of you to be calm, pay attention, and listen. Pay attention and listen. So these are things that I want us to talk about today. Niwe iyo nimuri Even I don't want can as you might be. This idea might emanate from me, but it is for everybody. It's for everybody. The idea, it's for everybody. So I think we should start. Invite others to join us. It's very important that we have a very robust conversation. So, and I want you all to put your mind in being part of the idea, so that we can create at the end of my 45 minutes explanation of the idea that I have. At the end of it all, I want you all to have, for some of you here, to take responsibility for. I want some of you to take responsibilities for yourself, to be part. All right. So we'll need a diaspora committee to be able to. A diaspora committee. We'll need people to volunteer. This thing is going to be strictly on the level of you sacrificing your time, your effort, and your resources. All right. Whenever anything emanates from me, I just advise that nobody is going to have a personal benefit from this. I don't actually believe that anybody should always have in back of his mind that, what do I benefit? Who is to benefit from this might not necessarily be us, but it will be our children's children. So I'm having an idea that will help Benin to be great again. So I'm going to share the idea with all of us. So let's pay close attention to this. I came up with an idea. The idea will be called Benin Investors Conference. The Benin Investors Conference is a conference that brings together all the Benin people. Emano izu no edone wa ni ya ha. Emani kedori ni irisi. Emano izu no edone, the present people that makes up of the Edo South Senatorial District. It is a conference that will be solely anchored by them, from the planning to the execution. So every single thing that revolves around the idea will be based on the Benin people themselves. This is cut across everybody. I've made a whole lot of friends, and I've made a whole lot of enemies. So they are not enemies to we benefiting, or our children's children benefiting from an idea that we can collectively come together to execute. So I want, for those who do not like me, I don't like you either. For those who do not like me, I don't like you either. So it doesn't really matter. But the idea is not about whether you like me or you don't like me. The idea is basically, I have never done anything that have never worked. Once I put my mind into anything, it is definitely going to work. So, and when I champion an idea, understand that what I have towards that idea is unselfish. I don't have any selfish agenda in whatever ideas that I have. It's always unselfish. So when you are also going to be part of it, also have the same thought line, the thought pattern of coming to be part of the idea without being selfish. Because when you are selfish, when I sense any Benin man or woman having a thought that the idea is meant to benefit the pocket, I sense it. I'm quite how do I say it? You know, my character, but when I sense that from 1,000 miles, I'm going to kick you out. So there are several Benin people that I can never be friends with, even when the highest authority that I so much respect, as one way or the other, trying to broker peace between me and these people. But you can never see me mix up with them. We are fighting for the same cause. We are fighting for the same Benin kingdom. But however, I know that they have selfish intention and selfish thoughts. So, but I do not actually believe in that kind of idea, that when you're fighting for Benin kingdom, you have to fight for Benin kingdom for the fact that you're a Benin person. Anything other than that it amounts to me believing that you're selfish. So I just wanted that to be very clear. The Benin Investors Conference is a conference that brings together the smartest, brightest entrepreneurs, people who are skilled in businesses, people who have had a reputation of having a workable businesses working for them wherever they are in the world, people who are investors, Benin people who have money, but they have been looking forward to workable ideas that they can invest on. So if, as a Benin man, I have an idea but I don't have money, all right, the Benin Investors Conference is going to create an avenue where there are going to be business ideas or business plans, and they are going to be investors, Benin investors. Then the business plan are also Benin. What I call the Benin first philosophy. In other words, we must now teach ourselves that everything that revolves around us has to, everything business-wise, money has to exchange our hands. I learned that from, I read a script at one point in time. It's called the Israeli Fagin, the principle of the Fagin. Now, the Jews, as a group of people, the wealth of the Jews revolve around the Jews. So we must now collectively revolve our wealth around ourselves. So in other words, every single thing I am as a Benin man to purchase, I should not henceforth purchase it from a fellow Benin man and woman. So the wealth must revolve around ourselves. The principles of the Jewish Fagin. So we must recreate that. And the Benin Investors Conference is where we're going to highlight the economic benefit that will be to us as a people. Today we complain that they are taking all over. They will continue to take all over, because he who has the money, he who has the economic power, seizes a nation. It is those who are wealthy that determines the socio-economic state of a place. You understand? That determines the socio-economic space. For we to be absolute control of Benin City, we have to be economically stable and produce millionaires yearly amongst ourselves. There are no, how do I put it, rocket science. That's the only way. It is who has money that can acquire properties. If you want to wrestle another man that has money, you have to have money. And I have seen a whole lot of people making so much money from Benin. People leave their various homes, come to Benin in the next 5-6 years. They are already multi-millionaires. We need to teach our people how to create wealth and how to make wealth. And I'm a living testimony of that it is possible, because I'm going to take, that's the essence of the Benin Investors Conference, a 4 days event. It's going to be a 4 days event where we're going to bring Benin professionals that have practically excelled, not lecturers from universities. Business is practical. Business is not theoretical. So we have to have practical solutions, a policy that in the next 10 years, this is what we need to achieve as a people. You understand? We need so we are not, it will slow me down or slow me down. Yeah, I mean it's very do. Yeah, okay, how do I put it? I think was in edo, but it will slow me down. I will not be Effie Uwa. One of my favorite parable. It tangedo no we you know ni we mo ese. All right. Oye orongba eziwa. Okbe ne do ya honi. Okbe ne do ya hon orongba eziwa. Why you wanna orongba eziwa akabama. Agboengaro abi agboengalo. Orongba eziwa oviye. If you do veganede believed in collective wealth creation, edo total Izioku, but when again, you know, imado nwa but iye wa birame wa we otuorin yen koko ono na akoko yen kubo kugbe ono na yen akoko gun fie obe sege na abe ya be we igbo abe koko we gbo obe sege na haya vunya abe koko vunya obe se uswima no haya bowa abe koko bowa. Collective communal effort was the bastions of wealth creation and wealth retention amongst the Benin. The Benins of the old realized that the concept of wealth creation is not supposed to be for one person. So a society where one person amongst 10,000 is rich is a poor society. What I am saying is that we must not reduce the number of, we must not increase the number of our people to be millionaires annually through a creative collective effort. It's practical. I am a living example. Ekinado elogo Amowie. You take time and you understand. Now, I'm a real estate developer. Before I go, when ekine ewoso na riabe, ari riabo ya ekine ewoso na ya abinya yae. After the Civil War, Abibigbo, they became extremely poor as a people. Boyana Totata and created one of the most effective trade system ina gwa dweki igari dwek yai ekini igwa dwek kakabo ogari behiri iari ewume iari oteme o ovioseme ido maikini ye maikini oru pe ne ya mu pisen agi fine then agi do kiekine or aga kiekine or ibe dezene or ibe behere or yari otion. Now a system that was created by them in the next 40 years created so much millionaires. It's a workable policies that was point specific and very intentional. So instead of you people dwelling on why be damn on, you people always distract yourself with a normal kind, hekin attack. Even a gweg be magwa. So don't distract yourself over who is going, who is not going. Alright, don't distract yourself. You should be concerned about this idea that I'm sharing. You should be concerned. We should forget about some certain things and begin to look at the bigger picture. Some of the things that we say are not achievable, are not workable in our time. You just cannot pursue an ethnic group from your land. It's not possible. But what you can do is to economically dominate your land within and amongst yourself, that you seize the economy of your land and you are not threatened by anybody. You feel threatened by these people because they are seizing the economy. I'm not asking you that. Let the Benin people follow me. Let's come together. Let's reason together. Let's find practical means and seize this socio-economic viability and potentials of Edo land. It's doable and it's very easy. That's what I'm asking. So let what God done or say. So the Benin Investors Conference will create practical policies that will show us as a people how we can collectively create wealth. How I, Imasuen Amowie Izoduwa, as a Benin man, I should, at the end of 5 to 10 years, I should be able to tell the Benin people how many Benin people I have raised as a millionaire. I should be able to come back and bring my report. How many Benin people, not how many Benin people have benefited from it. I think that's where we are like slaves in our land, because we keep fighting for crumbs. They are like slaves, not people like us. You know, some say you're not hating man because they feel that we're independent. We don't rely on politicians who does not mean well for anybody. So what I am saying is that it is not what people have benefited from me. That's, we should kill that narrative. Crumbs. It should be as a Benin man who is worthy, who has a stable source of income. How many Benin people have you imparted? How many Benin people have you raised? That is the idea that we, this generation, must build upon ourselves. That to measure our worth will be based on how many Benin people we have raised. For you to come out as a successful Benin businessman, it will be accounted. Unwiviedo or Izoduwa e maiki ekinodoni unwiviedo e maiki ona gwekini iarogen yane. The whole concept that Oron Baferevo will say ayeye is true. What I'm saying is that we should kill it. The concept of, instead of giving me fish, teach me how to fish. I know that people say their negativity towards it, that they might have had one issues and all that. They try to teach their friends, their brothers on how to fish and all that. They handle machinery and all of that. It is applicable everywhere. Amen. Amen. emo okbiaira no me emigbe okpa eva ha mosozun dawo oni mami okpa eva ha zun da na ya do ya simanike no giri kikini ya. So we must start thinking. We must no longer be giving crumbs. We must now, for those who are creating wealth already, when we are creating the wealth, we must now teach our people on how to also grow. It's or every day. I tell all my friends, I try to help all my friends financially. I try to help them. I'm not trying to brag. I try to help them. The reason is because I feel that if I'm okay and every other persons around me are okay, ibovuero imiva idea ubaha I was saying ya we miva idea homa we sugbava ya ha gbovu me ma wetin ya do ya mi dan ogbe me ni akwe na ogbe me run da emiri ya gbo me mi be ro me gbo. You understand? The whole idea of Edo boys go Greenland walk, that's not true. I have 2 Benin boys, Okpa from Utek, Okpa from Udo. For past 3 years, they have served me beautifully, and we are doing him. So those ones me no one Greenland walk. Anything they want use their life do me they do, but they are ones that will Greenland walk. Those ones there are many. We need to harvest those who are ready, that are capable of learning. So let's not have negativity. We are done. I am done with negative mindset. I am done. I am so done with it. What we are supposed to be having is a positive mindset. How do we develop ourselves? How do we develop? We cannot continue to have this negative mindset. I used to have. Then I only am winner. But I have 2. The more winner, they don't joke. They don't joke. One is so good that ya gionina tie bambanania. If I got someone, ya ni gion home by 11 p.m. He has never on my doing a worry there. So John Admolao, I will block you now. I'll block you now if you don't want to be part of this program. I will block you. I hate when people cannot use their own sense on critical issues that are even more important than history. We are talking about a race. What becomes of us? If I teach you the history, what will you do with it? I have taught history for the past 6 years. What did you people do with it? What did you people do with it? So let's paraphrase our minds and let's now begin to look at how we can grow ourselves as a people. Benin Investors Conference is a conference that we have to x-ray all of these ideas and policies and present it and be able to, the concept of iron sharpened iron, we begin to, we table all of these things, and we have to find, tenable ways. And then if it's that, concentrate. We'll forget about history for now. Let's talk about what becomes our future. We don't want to talk about past now. Abi you not say that they use and laugh us. So, the Benin Investors Conference is going to be 3 to 4 days, a program, and we are going to talk about that. Those who have ideas about businesses can come up with their ideas. Those who have ideas can bring their ideas, their business ideas, and those who, we're going to bring all the best brains, all the professionals, Benin people who are doing very well for themselves, who are making waves all over the world, to be part of the program. And those who have ideas, who don't have capital to start, we're going to incorporate all of those ideas into it. And the conference will also recognize distinguished people, only distinguished people who are doing well in all of their field endeavors, ranging from art to entertainment to history to business to investment banking, etc., etc. So it will be an annual event where we'll have to teach our Benin people the Benin first philosophy, and a philosophy that every single thing amongst us needs to revolve around us, and that is the Benin Investors Conference. Now, during the Benin Investors Conference, I want you people to pay a close attention. During the Benin Investors Conference, one of the most remarkable idea of the 21st century from Benin extract, from Benin Kingdom, will be unveiled. During the Benin Investors Conference, which is a conference of about 3-4 days, where we're going to create policies, we're going to have people to give us the practical steps on how we can now collectively as a people create wealth amongst ourselves, where you can tender ideas that can other Benin investors can run with through corporate businesses and all of that, companies by shareholdings, all of that. The highlight of the Benin Investors Conference is what I once suggested this idea last year, is what I call the Benin Trust Fund. Is what I call the Benin Trust Fund. So during the BIC, the Benin Investors Conference, we're going to be unveiling the most incredible idea, I believe. I don't think any idea from Benin Kingdom in the 21st century will rival. This is called the Benin Trust Fund. The Benin Trust Fund will create enormous wealth for your children's children. That a time will come, runda eminana nitie Benin Trust Fund. Why are we Benin Trust Fund in Ireland? A tech company, some intelligent tech guys have been contacted. So they are working on the web. They are working on, well, they are working as I'm currently, I think we are paying about 3 million for this thing to be developed. And just in case you know, but we've paid about 2 million already. So they are going to develop a website and a web app on Apple stores and Google store. They are currently, because it will take them about 5 to 6 months for them to develop. They have started the project. So it's no longer, the idea is no longer what you think it is. We are rolling out, the moment we do a press conference to unveil the Benin Investors Conference, where the most important of during the Benin Investors Conference is when we're going to be officially launching the Benin Trust Fund. You will know that this is not. So this is a program everybody should be talking about. This is a program for everybody. Coming back to the Benin Trust Fund. The Benin Trust Fund, it's a common purse that will be created for every Benin man and woman. The Benin Trust Fund will be like an app. It's an app. It will have a website and it will also have an app. So on the App Store, you go there, you download it. When you download it, it will be safe and secured because we're giving it to a tech expert, which we're going to test run and test run and test run and test run. All right, they're already working on it. In about a week from now, the UI, the US platform will be ready. I will also display it. So please go and follow Benin Investors Conference on Facebook, on Instagram, because that's where you're going to be getting on the information. So everybody should go and follow, be sharing our posts, be contributing, all right, to be part of it. So the Benin Trust Fund it's already being created as both a website. If you browse it now, www.benintrustfund.com, you see that is that domain has been bought and is currently under construction. So it's currently under construction. benintrustfund.com. Then there'll also be an app. It's currently being created. So how does this thing going to work? This app is, you download it from either Apple Store or from Google Play Store. When you download it, with normal set information to fill in your phone, you open, blah 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 blah. They'll now request for your credit card. Don't worry, it will be very safe. Now, we are going to create daily payments, daily contribution, or daily taxation, weekly and monthly. So you can either subscribe daily, weekly, and monthly. But for daily, Egbera 500 naira as maximum that you will need to pay. Egbera 500 naira as maximum that you will need to pay. The minimum is 50 naira, but the maximum is 500 naira. A lot of persons have tried to criticize that why would I put the maximum as 500 naira? Some people can afford to pay 5,000 naira daily or 1,000 daily. Don't worry, I will explain. Anything I do in life, I do a realistic sort of a thing, and I allow the ancestors to guide me. And I will explain why I said the highest anybody can pay is 500 naira daily. So 50 naira, it's a very small money. All right? It's to a lot of people. It's not, let me not say to everybody, but it's not really a big deal. It's even smaller than what the bank charges us. To every transaction I make, I think my bank charges me 65 naira. So if I make 10 transactions a day, that means the bank would have charged me, if I'm not transferring to my same bank or to other different bank, would have charged me 650 naira. So this 65 naira that the bank charges, or 50 something naira that the bank charges, leaves our account every day without us feeling it, because we make transfer almost every day, sometimes 20 times in a day. So we don't get to feel it because it's small. That is the point. It has to be small. But the 50 naira, it's a small money. But when you gather it in a large number proportion, so let's take the smallest number, 50 naira. Then if you do 100,000 Edo people key into this idea, after so many publicity from all our musicians, our actors and actresses must all be brought to take this campaign to the grassroots. So 50 naira. There are more than 4 million Benin people. But now we are just saying just 100,000. Now, 50 naira that 100,000 people will be paying daily. We are not saying that's going to be achieved in one day. That will be achieved probably when we launch it during December. That could probably take 1 year or 2 years or 3 years before we have 100,000 subscribers. Or we can have even more. We can have 200,000. We can have 500,000 subscribers. All right. But let's say 100,000 subscribers. Now, 50 naira daily by 100,000 subscribers. This is a magic. A day, mathematically, is 50 naira times 100,000 subscribers, which is 5 million naira. would have been created a day by just 100,000 Benin people paying 50 naira. It's like, it's a tax. You cannot, it's a tax. All right, it's a tax for the future of the Benin nation. It's a tax for the future for the Benin nation. So that is 5 million naira. 5 million naira times 7. That is 35 million naira at the end of 1 week. Uzolakba, who would have gathered 35 million without sweating. Then 35 million times 4. That is 140 million. So at the end of the day, for just 50 naira by 100,000 subscribers for 1 month, would have realized 140 million. 140 million times 12. Who's going to do that mathematics for me? Times 10 months. In 10 months. No, I'm just using tax. We'll use another word. We are not using tax. My pay or my kind government. What are 40 billion times 12? What times 10 is 1.4 billion. So when you had 140 again, that's 280 plus 1.4, that will be 1.680, approximately 1.7 billion. At the end of the year, we're realizing approximately 1.7 billion naira. That is, if 100,000 Benin people are paying 50 naira daily, at the end of the year, we're going to realize 1.7. Yeah, I know it's 1.680. Not 1.680 million, no. Ukuse is 1.680 billion. So that is approximately 1.7 billion. Right? What is that 1.68 billion going to be used for? Let me tell you. It's going to be used for grading rural roads. That is Benin people no longer waiting for any state governor to do anything for them. If any state governor does anything they want to do, very beautiful. If federal government does, very beautiful. It's their role. It's our right for we to benefit from the city government, whether federal or state. But we can't be able to use it to take care of our needs as a people. That will be used to grade roads. That will be used to give loans to Benin farmers. That will be used to send our indigent sons and daughters to primary school, to secondary school, to the university. That will be used to give our children scholarship annually to the brightest minds, to go to the best university, to advance their technological ideas, to advance medicine, to advance mechanized agriculture, and what have you. It will be used to take care of ourselves in a way that in few 10-20 years, we would have been able to create a policy around these tax that we tax ourselves for the future generation of this land to benefit from. So we create a future for them where we can be able to give them education, good education. We can be able to give them everything that we think that is good. And tomorrow, when even the best of the best now have intentions in politics of becoming president of Nigeria, the Benin nation now has a shared common purse to support their best sons and daughters in excelling in whatever field they find themselves all over the world. We'll be able to build schools for our people. We'll be able to train our people to study Edo languages, to study Benin history. We'll not be able to have Benin people going to the university to study archaeology so that they can come back. The only archaeological excavation ever carried out in Benin was carried out by Graham Connor, Oyebo, Izoduwa archaeology na Yato Harima. We have worth to tell. And the most important thing, part of that wealth will be invested in entertainment. Wherefore, the Benin history cannot be replicated in movies. You see the way Yorubas are producing good movies on Netflix. We are going to train our people to go pick choices in theater art and use and create an industry, a moving industry for ourselves, where we can use that to further our history, where we can tell our history in its purest form, because it is the same common purse that will bring not 20 million naira movie, hundreds of millions movie that can go for awards like the Oscar award, because we have the story. But we don't have the words yet to be able to tell this story in a way that the world can recognize who we are. There are a whole lot of people, the artistic prowess of the Igun people, they needs to be encouraged. The governments are not, they don't want to, because they don't know what the Igun people represent to the Benin history. But our common purse, because this is we creating wealth for ourselves, it will be used. It will be used for all of this. So, the Benin Trust Fund, I've always said it. I said it a year ago or thereabout. That is the key to making Great Benin great again. It doesn't take anything. I, as a married man, I would do, my wife must do. You, as a Benin man, you must do it. If you wear one, they are in a phone, you must also ensure that they pay their daily contributions. It's supposed to be like our daily routine, our attitude. Yes. It's going to be used to set up industries. No, obviously. It's going to be used to set up industries, obviously. I'm a businessman, and I know for we to sustain that word, we need to create industries and companies where only our children will be working. Like I said, we'll have to send our best brains who pick choices in different fields of endeavors. These are the people who are going to come back to set up industry. So have an idea to set up industry. There's already a big purse waiting for them, that you have an idea. Okay, this idea, we are going to scrutinize it. How much is it going to take for you to set up the company, and how many workers do you want, and all of that. So it will be an all-round work for the Benin people. It is idea that drives the world. This idea is meant to drive us to greatness. So let's forget about government. Let's leave their politics for them. Let us become a nation within a nation that is so self-sufficient, and I'm not saying that we can only employ our children. We will employ other people. We're not saying only our children. We're going to employ other people, but it is the Benin first philosophy before others. So that is, we consider ourselves first before considering other persons. Should in case where there is now a place where what we are looking for cannot be obtainable, we don't have that man resources, human resources at that time, we can employ other people who said. I'm just saying that this becomes the idea. And we're going to have a representative from the 7 local governments. We're going to create a board to man this Benin Trust Fund. They are going to be a representative. They are going to be a representative from the 7 local governments that makes Benin Kingdom that will represent that board. And from my own idea, I'm always thinking out of Benin kids, our children. I'm always thinking out of the board. Then the chairman of the board, for what I've discussed with a whole lot of experts, the chairman of the board will be the Crown Prince. All right, will be the Crown Prince. And don't ask me the reason. I can't say that here, but will be the Crown Prince. Not the Oba of Benin, but the Crown Prince. So it will be a board of about 8 or 9 persons where each local government will have one representative to represent on that board. We're going to find it very well that it will be very transparent. You know, I use Wema. I use Wema account. So at the end of the month, Wema usually send me all my transactions for the month. So what the web is that at the end of every subscriber who subscribes as a Benin person, at the end of the month, you'll be able to see an email will be sent to you automatically at the end of the month how much is currently in the account. So nobody can do anything. You understand? It's automated. So we can't be able to see not necessarily the real time how the money is increasing or decreasing. So, but everybody must have a stake in it. You know why I said that nobody should pay more than 500 naira? Now, you know the difference between a class. Now, when you are doing a show, you are not saying that VIP section pay 25,000 naira, then a VIP table pay 1 million naira. Do you know that by doing so you have created a class? Wherefore, if I pay for a table for 1 million naira, I will feel that I have more stake in that event than someone who paid 25,000 naira, because the monetary difference is huge. So if we do minimum of 50 naira, then maximum of, let's say, 50,000. There are people who can be paying 50,000 for the rest of their life. Their account will not shake. In this Benin, we know them. But those people who pay 50,000 naira would believe that they have more stake in the future of this land than we that pay 50 naira. But if I pay 50 naira, another person pays 200 naira, or the other person pays the maximum point, which is 500 naira, we are not creating class. Why I want it so that the maximum is 500 naira is because I can look up to your face. Unu will pay there 500 naira, may pay 200 naira. Unu ya some. So there are no class differences amongst, because this is a matter of the future of this land. If some people now feel that they have more stake in the future of this land, we have formed an elitist group for them, without we ourselves not knowing, because they are paying more for the future of this land. But if we are paying almost similar amount of money, that means we all have equal stake in the future of this land. So the upper limit of the money should not be way too big from the lower limit of the money, so that while I pay 500 I may pay 300, we're almost the same thing. We're having almost equal stake in the future of the land. The people I'm speaking for, it's the current Edo South Senatorial District. Imasuen. That's the people I'm speaking for. It's not, I can only speak for my people. It is not in my idea to not say I'm speaking for other persons in Edo State. I can only say Unu knows Edo. So then there should be a limit. You still don't understand Agbon's Joel. If there's no limit, you create a class of elitism, which I detest. I hate anything elitist. I hate where some people because there are some people who tell Dona, whereas my work do. That's because they are richer. So when you also do that, you're not putting limitation. Some people will also feel that because they are paying more, so they should have more say in the matter of Benin Kingdom. I don't want that. Izoduwa. So we might to understand. So we don't know. So please and please, I beg of you. It is something I want us to critically look around, and I don't mind. See, if you're interested, we're going to be setting on. See, we should have people keen it all around the world. So if you're interested in being part of the Benin Investors Conference, don't forget there's a difference between Benin Investors Conference and Benin Trust Fund. A Benin Investors Conference, a conference when Italian Talo, but it will be a complete corporate setting. So for you to be part of that conference, you have to register on the website, and the very day that the conference is starting, you'll be tagged. So questions are going to be asked is which local government, from your age, your name, and all of that. You answer, you fill the form, it is received. Then we'll know the capacity of the hall we want to rent. All right, we're going to sort all of that. Look for all the best brains in Benin. If you have people who are doing well, reach out to me. So you reach out to me, so we can. I'm just giving you info. So I'm saying, so if you're in UK, you're in Italy, you're in Spain, and you want to start taking this idea, that's why I'm doing this program. So you want to start taking this idea to this is what is going to go on. All right, you want to start spreading it and all of that. So you can be the leader, but know that I pay on my wall or say na dono. There's nothing attached to it. Nobody's benefited from anything. As of today, I have spent quite a lot of millions, and I don't have any interest of taking any money back. If you know me well, for those who know me well, we know that I'm telling you the truth. So I have no interest. That's what I've always believed in my philosophy. As why it pleases God and our ancestors, and it pleases the Oba of Benin. So you understand? So that's it. So you put all of these information on the BIC website. There's a BIC, www.bic.ng. It's already rolling. www.bic.ng. And you can go and take it out. That website is already functioning. All right. So you can get more information, but there are still a whole lot of things that we need to put back into the website. So where you can submit, where you can fill form and submit. Then on the day the conference is starting, there's going to be a place where you get your tag. It's going to be I want to actually teach them that I don't have to take 300 million, 400 million from the government purse and do something that is not working. Now we have to come together as a people and talk to ourselves, and it will work. You understand? And it will work. This is what we should fight for. So forget about politicians. Forget about politicians. They don't mean us well. No. Yeah. They don't mean us well. So we need to help ourselves by ourselves. That's what I've always believed. We need to help ourselves by ourselves. You understand? We need to help our. Do you know how so many potentials? When I was coming from Lagos the last 2 weeks, may you say I was not born, just entering Edo State after a force or from Ondo State. Do you know so many mining sites? I can now mine have granite and all. Can you produce have granite and all of that? May you say almost all of them if you ban on ya. If you ban, people are making so much money from our land, and we are not aware. So when we now start collectively sharing ideas, we can now begin to look at where people are exploring in our land, and we are not paying notice. Some people are there mining minerals from the extremities of Benin, and they are making so much money. When I try to tell people, they don't understand. There are so many business opportunities that we can expose to ourselves. Not every business I can do. But you can have a business that I have interest in. I'll tell me a business in the world like Alpha. Yeah, I'm 10 million euro. Alpha. IB. Let me invest 10 million so that you can grow. And at the end of the day, this is how you make profit. At the end of the day, this is what is coming to me as profit. This is how we grow ourselves. The sky is wide enough for all of us to grow without having to be negatively competitive amongst ourselves. There's positive competition. You and I can be doing the same line of business. I want to go and my way here electronics, even electronics. Yeah, I got time. No, I go or you are there the same electronics. Oh well, it didn't get your time. That's how you grow. Instead of since mokpa or electronics now, you go over do no electronics, you are doing yourself. Because if you are doing above you are putting yourself in trouble. That if you are 20 as friends and you are the only one who is rich and your 19 friends are not rich, none of them is rich, you are putting yourself in trouble. Because there you're going to get more hate from them. So we have to kill that mentality. We have to start raising more people to come up financially so that Igbovoni hero Benz. We are above Weber. We are above Weber. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. That Igbovoni is because of Umego not by me. You understand? Iladia will wear you me marry and then I be. If you marry and then but then we blow a bensi or you do play bube on a be. You understand? Oh, I'm moving me. I quit music in me. I had to buy wire. Yeah, you know, because I'm not a hungry man, is an angry man. But if I'm doing well, you are doing well. We are all doing well. How do you think the envy comes from? So envy usually comes from when there is a big differences in the social status. What I'm trying to tell you people is that let's close that gap using our own hand to close our own gap. Yeah, close a gap in it. You understand? I'm doing well, you are doing well, all my friends are doing well, everybody's friends are doing well. Where do you think Igbovo is going to come from? In Benin land? So what do you need to tell me why? So I don't think. So, and I want you people to understand that this is, whether you key in now or you key in tomorrow, but I can assure you, everything that I've always put my head, my mind, and my energy will work. So, you say that you key in now, or in the next 3 months, you'll not discover that the people who heard it a month from now will not be the people taking advantage of keying in, because this is for all of us. This is not Izoduwa's. It might be Izoduwa's idea, but it's meant to serve the entire Benin Kingdom. I have founded a whole lot of ideas that I'm no longer in charge of it, and I don't complain. So my own thought is that once this thing works, I'm going to leave it for other people to run with it. I usually create ideas, but I don't end up being part of it when I know that we're going to create a system that makes it transparent and work. So if anybody is thinking that, I know what Benin, they always find negativity most times. What they'll say, I'm doing well for myself. Very well for myself. And I'm not greedy. Yeah, I'm right there. Hey, only some okay. And I'm right there. So I'm not, if I want an idea that will be just beneficial to only me. I won't bring it to the public. So this is a public thing for everybody to key into. It's our idea. It's no longer my idea. Let me put it out. It's our idea. So let's run to work with it. Let everybody key into it. That's why I took time to explain all of this to all of you. So why are we saying? So on that, that's the matter of the Benin Investors Conference. So if you want to key into it, you want to be part of it, you reach out to me. And I don't think you even need to reach out to me. You can set up your own WhatsApp group and all of that. Although we have our WhatsApp group. If you want to be part of it, okay, that's true. We have our WhatsApp group. If you want to be part of it, you chat me up so that I can add you to the WhatsApp group. So from there, we can be having Zoom meetings, physical Zoom meetings for us to talk, and so that everybody can monitor everything that is going on, and how all of us can contribute to the success of it. All right. So the entire financial burden, I'm carrying it. I don't know how long I can carry it for that long, but I won't be able to test the entire process. But I'm testing the preliminary process, until people start to see that this thing is worth being part of. So from there, we're going to get corporate entities for sponsorship and all of that. We're writing proposals already. So we're going to get corporate entities. We're going to have individual sponsors and corporate sponsors. You know how these things works. There are a whole lot of companies here in Benin. So we're going to write to them to be corporate sponsors, and the entire process is going to be transparent. So don't worry, the entire process is going to be transparent. Even the account number, most of you are going to be having the account number, receiving of alert. I might not even be a signatory to the account. Don't worry about me. So, but what I can say is that I usually don't believe that where my ideas comes from, and even though it counted donor, I don't, the financial part of it, I run from it. So nobody can say that like no, you can't say that, because I always shy. I founded Association of Great Benin Descendants. I'm not a signatory to that account. You can go and confirm. That is almost 6 years ago. I'm still not a signatory to that account. So that's what I always represent. So you don't have to be afraid. Your money is safe. Whatever sacrifices you're going to make, Benin and the future generation will remember you. I think that's the only thing they will remember us. But always data me kenana mi lalobo lalobo mundane ya sort every fair. I will lalobo. So we have to do away with what do I get? You are not going to get anything. As far as Izoduwa, anything Izoduwa radio boy, and no, you are not. Nobody gets anything from it. So you have to just sacrifice your money and time, because that's what it means. Nothing, you are not going to get anything. That I can assure you. So if you are thinking you're going to get anything, let me just tell you now, don't be part of it. Participate in it, but don't be part of the planning committee, because you're not going to get anything. At the end of the day, you're going to already we'll put it back into the Benin Trust Fund. So don't worry about that. So nobody is going to eat a penny while I am the head. Anyway, on that, I think we've closed on that. So if you want to join the WhatsApp, so you have my number, 08136722162. Exactly, my own business. Now they get something, because I want my own business. It can not give anything. My own business, but you know it can. Asino segenedo Mbano. If anybody say, I don't talk this thing for 5 years. If anybody say, Imiemine Ladiano Tai. Imiemi. Will having a corporate sponsor. No. When you meet corporate sponsor for the conference, corporate sponsorship means there are terms and conditions for you to be a corporate sponsor. We draw out the business plan. It will be heavily, it's currently being drawn. It's heavily scrutinized. Then corporate sponsors means people like, if for example we have Globus Bank. Why am I using Globus Bank? The currency of Globus Bank is a Benin. So let's assume that Globus Bank is a corporate sponsor or is a premium sponsor of the program. It therefore means that you're going to have in Globus Bank logos everywhere around the entire shows, and so almost everything concerning the shows, you're just going to have their logos. Most times the corporate sponsors comes with advertisement. They just look at the prospects of the program and see the reach of the program, if it's beneficial to them, so they come as a corporate sponsors. 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million. So all of these plans will be made available. So just be part of the WhatsApp group. So once we are grinding up all of these ideas, so there will be room for scrutinization of every of the works. Every of the works as they come. So we try not to put anybody on the shadows. So just be available at the time when you be available. But most of our people that are in diaspora, I would want them to also cover the diaspora, to talk to our people that are also quite doing well, and to also cater it. No, you didn't pay attention, Osai Obawese. It's the Benin Trust Fund is different from Benin Investors Conference. Benin Investors Conference is a 3 to 4 days event where we talk about, that's where we're going to derive policies that is going to, we have to start having people who have had successes in their businesses to lecture us, to teach us, like a seminar. It's a conference. We'll just talk. There'll be tea party, there'll be lunch and all of that. We interact on how we can, opportunities that are within Benin land, where we can all explore. That's Benin Investors Conference. There are going to be a lot of programs within the Benin Investors Conference, but the most outstanding of all the programs within Benin Investors Conference is the Benin Trust Fund, which I already explained, which we have to be paying 50 naira, between 50 naira to 500 naira. That's Benin Trust Fund. So the moment we officially launch Benin Trust Fund within the Benin Investors Conference, the Benin Trust Fund will now stand on its own. We create a board, a management board, and a board of trustee for that, which I said that it will have representative from its local government. That is now on its own. Benin Trust Fund becomes an independent entity, but was officially launched during Benin Investors Conference. So Benin Investors Conference, it's an annual event, but the inaugural event will produce the Benin Trust Fund. So the Benin Trust Fund is a separate entity from Benin Investors Conference. Benin Investors Conference is just like a conference you talk. But within that Benin Investors Conference, that's when we are launching the Benin Trust Fund, which after launching, it now become a separate entity that will be registered with the people that would have choose, not big men, not politicians, no politician, no big men, just people who have integrity, who we know that over the years that you can give your 1,000 naira to community people in the past have given 1,000 naira to, and 20 years later I was able to provide that 1,000 naira. I mean, if you do the Gileme principle, you understand? So we now form a board to manage with people we trust to manage. We will now have each local government will have a representative to manage, to be board of directors of the BTF. So, but the BIC will produce BTF. But after BTF would have been produced, BTF will now become a separate entity on its own. But BIC will continue to run annually. But the BIC, it's a conference that is run by the initiative of my company, because the BIC has to be under a bigger umbrella. It's an initiative run by Uworon, all right, because that's where the idea came out from. So the BIC does not have money at stake. It's the BTF that has money at stake. So the BIC is just a conference people sponsor. So my company is also going to be a corporate sponsor of BIC as the first corporate sponsor, because I also want my company to also be promoted during the BIC, like every other company, indigenous company. We also want their this thing to be promoted during the conference. So that's where it's the BIC that you have a corporate sponsor. That's what it means. So we have a website for now. So www.bic.ng. So thank God you understand that. So no, I think we've gone through all of this, and we'll continue to speak on it. Please, Alimaya, continue to speak on this, and it's really very important. Then, what other things am I supposed to talk about? I'm already very exhausted. That's the problem. Let nobody bully you to submission because of the crumbs that they eat from their political paymasters. Then nobody is more Benin than anybody. In short, we are Benins. If you do maheni, na politicians we go na white, black. Any if you do, anybody, I said it before now, and I want to re-emphasize it. Anybody who wants to turn the Ma at Osadebe Avenue and the palace into political matter is at best the most foolish person. There's nothing political about it. It's something realistical. Nobody will want to tell me. If anybody, I have never always been afraid. Instead, they are the one afraid. Anybody can take me on any debate. Let me give at least 7 reasons, 7 facts why of how the current government tried to humiliate the palace. So let nobody, we have been saying this thing 3-4 years ago. This has nothing to do with politics. If the APC people now decide to turn it political, that's their headache. I'm not a politician. Eyoma, edowe eyoma, agwina, me gui. Vini ya, ariobano rona, vini ya zuma, vini ya humiliated guy. Etegwari caught few days from now. Aruwe. Is it not a common fact that the people, the Enige that was suspended, is still being currently recognized by the people at Osadebe Avenue? Is that political? Does that have anything to do with politics? How does that even relate to politics? Does that have anything to do with politics? Are there no evidences? So when they now want to blackmail and I say, he's a politician, blah, blah, blah. Don't fall for that nonsense. The Benis know their enemy. And their enemies, Mahoen. So let nobody try to say this is political. They are trying to bring palace into politics. You didn't think about that? When your principal was trying to mess up the palace, you never thought about that? You never called him to tell him that he no Kyobore 3-4 years that now they want to say it's politics because it's not affecting them. If the palace matter is not a factor that determines who becomes the governor, that means the palace is not as relevant as we think. So anything that does not protect the interest of the palace is not supposed to work. Because I'm a palace in there. Ake mimiya no gisunu wedo. Ake am a state government. Nobody can tell anybody or cajole anybody. We saw how he tried to embarrass the palace. It's everywhere. Every year he goes to see the Otaro of Auchi, Awesala. When was the last time he went to the palace? The Igwe festival. When Omo gave birth to quadruplets, did you see the Edo State government wishing the Omo? The palace has become too irrelevant that the state government no longer recognizes the palace. And now they are saying that we cannot spill out how we feel about it without them tagging us as politicians. APC no origo me. Ah, God. Only APC politician we do hang it in Izoduwa. Only go young. 10 million. My current estate is 8 million per plot, and I have over 300 plots at A Villa. It's 8 million per plot, one plot. If it's 8 million, it means more than 300 plots. They should do the mathematics, so that they will not think that APC will not give me 20 million or 30 million. There is because of that I'm not fighting for APC. They should have a rethink. We are not as lazy as some of them. Some of us we work from Monday to Sundays. We work our ass off, and we know how much investment in space of 3 to 4 years that we have achieved without going to any politician's house. Remember, with politician there since 2016. We may as well see you say again. I don't know any politician's house. Or more of any politician's house. You know, it's not possible. You go near Harry, many back one. So, what we are saying is, let nobody try to play smart on anybody by trying to tag people politician. I heard what they are doing to that girl, Mama P, trying to tag her to politician, but all your body and all of that. See, if she can hear me, if anybody can hear me, yeah, send this video to her. I did a video some time ago. I talked about what makes you a Benin man or woman. It is not by bearing Imasuen. It's not by bearing Izoduwa. Area Boedo. One fight like this day, you go feel fight. Now they will tell they no Benin people. This fight don't show us who be Benin people, not be Benin people. No matter how. Being from a nation is not based on skin or blood. It is based on your patriotic attribute to the land. Will you be able to fight for the land, or will you fight against the land? We are fighting for the land. People who are fighting against the land are not telling us that we are politicizing it. People fighting against the land are not telling us, we that are fighting for the land, that we are politicizing. Why is that not confusing? We are fighting for the land. I'm fighting for an institution that it's about 261 or 62 years old. That's what I'm fighting for. I cannot choose an institution that is less than 60 years. Yours war, many years war. No else war. So let us be let us understand how these things work. So let no anybody bully anybody. Like I was saying, to be a citizen of Edo land was based on 2-3 criteria. And those criteria has nothing to do with your blood or your surname. It has everything to do with why Unedo who has distinguished themselves in their field of endeavors, like what I am trying to introduce again through BIC, who have distinguished themselves. What tiame? I mean some rites. I perform a rite in it. Ozolwa staff, magical staff. We can add here uwegwa. Then you round Ukbozolwani 7 times. On the 7th time, you are declared a freeborn citizen, a nationality of the land, and you can no longer, from that instant henceforth, be called an Oriovi. You are not an indigene of the land. I know that all of them are my Ohana. That to be a Benin son and daughter was based on what you have contributed to the land. It was not necessarily based on how you were or your surname. And if that girl near to Mama P, he's fighting for Benin Kingdom. And near to Oriovi. Near my Oriovi. A girl in your motor, no? Oh, I Miami rock band. I pity that they don't know anything. A girl or motor. Iana or Oriovi. When you fight for the kingdom, automatically by the ancient declaration of the land, you become a freeborn son and daughter of the land. But those who, in spite of everything going on in the kingdom, Nikyo body over Makane, any audio of it, the history is there, which can be verified. Let them go and verify. So, if anybody is trying to call anybody a non-indigene, give them this fact. That in a non-indigene, any indigene. No, ni tia non-indigene, a non-indigene. Now to the beer, it is out of the beer Benin that you take Benin. When my one iburo, Eruwa you were tech boy and carry. When I've been 100 years, then we might be 50 and I feel any warrior. That's what I do. Being a Benin person is by action and deed. Even now, you talk. Na degi. I am we do. Wawa. Let nobody deceive anybody. On no been an egwa or we do. On no mag been an egwa or your statement of fact. Fact 203. Where I always give fact. On no been an edo we do. No mag been an odor of anything. So I be any do. I the Tony. I did all. So when you see them, you call them Oriowe. Those are non-indigenous. So near any indigene. Only say. You understand? Oh, not be by name, not by action. You understand? If I can decide to change my name now to Chukudi Obiora. You know I can do change of name. You know, say to change my name to Chukudi Obiora is not a difficult thing to do. Are you aware? You understand? But that will not make me an Igbo man. What will make me an Igbo man is me fighting for Igbo land. Not me being Chukuma Obiora or Chinedu Ikedieze. That's not what makes me an Igbo man. Because I can actually change my name now to an Igbo name. It doesn't make me an Igbo man. What makes me an Igbo man eventually is that when Wahala come as an Igbo man, I stood my ground. Say, this thing not supposed to happen for Igbo land. Why can't it happen? That makes me an Igbo man. Not by bearing Igbo name. It is your action that makes you a Benin man, not by name. So Anybody who fights for the kingdom is a Benin person. Those who are very Beninians who are not fighting for Benin, they are not Benin people. If you bow, if you bow anything. Why did they cook the you understand? So I think I've exhausted almost everything. So there was another matter that came concerning I was told concerning me I said here Obi Mage Edo Pikin that he put his face and all of that. Please, I want to beg. It is not anything we should lose our distractions for. Like I told you, it's actions and deeds that makes us a Benin man. I know that young man, Edo Pikin. He does not joke with palace matter. Erieme guaku, vie dunihi, vie se. Walao, wage matani wage asia eweyo. Hangi wewe dowe, but wage asia eweyo. You know say in that time. So now distracted be man. Again, power do. Let's face again. Those are trivial matter. Gaka. Imwen orimana. Abiye udian orimana. Gaka gbeliane. Ga use a shetos. Shetos wate. Waka ga use a shetos ya spray yane. Naka gbelabi mwen origmi yane. Aye emaniti gbiyedo ni edo. So abish imwen him. Aka use a shetos. Abi shito. Naka ya spray yane. You understand? Don't allow. I don't want a raid. Let's raid them. I have mosquito. I have those female anopheles. Mosquito ni wa oh pa no malaria no pa no dead danger no leho ni ya ka is a raid ya raiding ane. When you are succeeded in raiding them. So let's not lose focus. I see what you guys are doing. You guys are doing very well. Continue. Let nobody bully you, anybody, and cajole anybody. You understand? If they said that APC is using palace to campaign, politics is a dirty game now. If APC were the current government in Edo and they were misbehaving, are you saying that PDP wouldn't use it? Was it not what all the things that Oshomole said against Izeyamu that PDP used in campaigning against Izeyamu in the last gubernatorial election? So if APC are now using Ohoniau, Yotedo, your campaign against them, why are they crying? The question is, what they have alleged, is it true? Did the current government try to fight or take away the artifact? Is it true? That is a statement of fact. That's a statement. Can anybody deny it? When Ogiame family people were taken to court, when the matter was in court, did they go and remove the matter from court? They did. Is that not a statement of fact? Or a letter? The suspended, when they try to create a council by dividing Benin Kingdom into 7, is it not a statement of fact? Don't we have the letter that was written by the SSG where it said they will now create 7 councils out of BTC? Is that political? Is that not a statement of fact? Are there no letters to read? Are those papers not everywhere? When Omo suspended is a niggy, some of his enigi. You understand? And even try to arrest one. Who went to bail that one? Is that not a statement of fact? The suspended enigi. Why is the current government still recognizing them? Is that political? Is that not a statement of fact? ETC. Politics is the area. Are these what we are saying? Are they not statement of fact? What is political there? Can any of them come out and say that all of these things that I have said are lies? You debunk it if you feel that we are lying against you. Don't say it's political. If we say that we are lying against you, come and debunk it. No. That there's no way the governor recognized suspended a nigga. A video last 2 weeks ago, he suspended a nigga, the day everywhere. So what is political about that? Is that not a statement of fact? Instead of Nia Bode, no Kiri, instead of Naya Bode, no Kiri, instead they are saying that what we are saying is political, that we are politicians, APC has paid us. Is it not easier for them to say, the man to Sadebe Avenue, a parent or yena, it be like this thing, be like don't get a bill, they don't use it against us. Why not find a way to settle with the palace so that may all this matter die? They are not saying that. They are saying that factual things that even the blind person can see. I mean, the Kaoyan was turn in a grave. A big They are saying that it's political. What is political about these things that are clear? One idiot. Yeah, a guy in a Wema bank on when I have boy very soon was not saying that am I the ancestors to not be judging the fate of a man. Or man not sorted. I'm sure you have any threatening on okay. You came in and I have a big cottage. I have a big cottage that was threatening someone. The man mentioned your yourself. Where cottage I threatening it over? You understand? If there's anybody alive in Benin Kingdom that can talk on this matter, Izoduwa is number one. Why? Ye white assy matter nane. You know kind of gay. Me ye white assy on it with my full chest. Me ye white assy matter nane. Ya be 2 or be 3 days in a va. So, no ye white ass with them. You say does not have right. That is not a politician that doesn't have right to talk on the matter. Money table no wakotana we were. Am I blow you? Now so that lawyer when that cutter so lawyer now so you say that's so you say I carry 2 passion. The cutter so lawyer. Then I say I carry 2 passion. Say na me. I carry bomb, I carry glass, I carry knife. I mean, people were supposed to be, that are supposed to be guiding us, we're supposed to be looking up to. Was what we do. Oh, God. Oh, ego. Look at what money I've turned all of them into. A boy, when you go and have a sniper, it's not do a sniper or a bomb. A boy Izoduwa is not producing a nuke. You are a nuclear reactor. You are atomic bomb. You are really. I mean, I know if you do so. Need you code and it's just a funny thing. But God and our ancestor is alive. If what we are fighting for is wrong, may God and our ancestors pay us back. That we saw the truth and we turn it around and it's a lie. May God and our ancestors pay us back. But if what we're actually fighting for is Wage Mwedoria, your Babo, and it's actually right, may God and our ancestors pay all those people back. They say we are the bad people. You understand? Omanoria be a diendo benia. Or I Maria be diendo, a diendo bima. So pauna like Maria be diendo. A manaria be diendo gitami Maria be diendo with bia. What you running mana? If you say that we are the one who is trying to divide Benin by our words and utterances, and you are right, let whatever division that we try to create fall upon us. But if it is you who saw that what is going on is wrong, but because of the crumbs from the table, our ancestors will also visit you. That's what we are saying. At the end of the day, maybe in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years from now, I don't know real bedu, where do we say? I don't know whether I'm the one who is at fault here. But time will reveal everything. Time will reveal everything. Listen. Time will reveal everything. Oh yeah, man, it be na matan. I yeah, oh about him. God, this life, waiting money never costs. You know, deal waiting money not fit do. People will just see black, they'll just say na white. People just see white, they'll say na black. No. It's just appalling. So they are appalling. I when I walk over do. I boya the Mission Street for. Only go na do talk about Mission Street. Almost 100 million. I worry of you. Then it take me everywhere to 84,000 yak benaya wulo. Why their own mates are making millions of millions? Will tell them. Any shot, any making noise. They are making millions. Their mates. So what they are making millions every day. Will tell them. The other collect 84,000. I be my okay. The okay 84,000. Agmo so one guy blocked her recently. I don't want to mention her name. She commented in one of my posts and she was saying that she wanted to know where I belong. Now I say, you must have been very deaf and dumb. I've never hidden my hatred for the mine of Sadebia Avenue. I have not. There's never a time I've hidden it. There are so many people who doesn't like me in Benin. Yeah, boom. So I cannot change their mind. Just like I cannot change your mind. See, this is what I hate most. When you are praising him, if you like, you will say him better pass God. Have you ever seen where Izoduwa commented on any post and have a contrary opinion to people's opinion? No. I'm not coming. Okay, now you praise or once the next million years, it don't concern me. But what pains me most is that because of the small criticism when you're knocking, you can't come my post say I hate her. Me call your post, tell you say that thing when you post na lie. So I've always not hidden my intention. I don't like him. And the reason I've stated it several million times. Everywhere, most of the videos you were tired. Why? But I've stated the reason why. And my reasons are genuine. According to what I believe, my reasons are genuine. So if you say my reasons are not genuine, why you are tired? May do comment a post or where, or why do table me where? Why do table me where do respond? Don't waste your time. Nobody can use me to do saga because you will waste your saga. Medo hindi. Why we video ya na ahwe iyahwe unie usien omanu we video ya enye waruwa ya se tepi ya se tepi ya gwalo be ni agbon ya my family oge egbe iwo we. You understand? So that's the issue. So I thank all of you. Continue to fight. If you believe that Benin Kingdom is yours to fight for, continue to fight for it. It's your right for you to fight for what you believe in. And let nobody bully or try to take that from you. You understand? So let nobody take that from you. So, no allow. Now, let's continue to do things the way we should do things in Benin Kingdom. So, no allow. So, I thank all of you. I thank all of you. You ni memory sin na lao na gborion koto na ya na kan runda oni okeke ni viedo ko boya na ko boku gbe na rio boyo me yeke na ya mwese. You understand? Na ya mwese runda Benin Investors Conference Imion Yunwa non nedo and Benin Trust Fund will change everything for us. Of Yemiya Weria. So waya wese. So if you see that some of the posts I did not post it, not that I'm not part of it. You people already know my thought patterns on matters. So I don't need to re-emphasize it. But been here. Oh, in a video in Medagi for no sister man. Oh, you're worried about I think Mother Gloria I had to. Oh, yeah, I will continue from where he stopped. I'm not back, baby, love you. Okay, it's Bogawa. Okay, it's Bogawa. Oh, you continue, I will continue from where he stopped. Hey, sister, not back, baby, love you. Hey, go. They can't women. Very funny. Facebook man, not there, very, very funny thing. Wow. Wow. So you people keep up the good fight. Osanu doesn't even with Maro. Our reward is in heaven. You understand? Our reward is in heaven. At the end of the day, we're going to turn 70, we're going to turn 80. And we will look back and say that during our time, we fought. When I be our sorrow, I do attain Izoduwa. On Izoduwa benaina, I do attain Izoduwa. Izoduwa fought well. In I had to carry 350 years ago, precisely the year 2024 AD. Precisely the year 2024 AD, in the reign of Obaewa II, there was a young man from a Behue community, Orion local government area of Benin Kingdom. In spite of the injustice of the colonial rule, he stood firm. And in the course of his fight, January 12th, he was arrested and remanded in the prison yard because of the gallantry and the fight of his comrades, like their Moitian, their comrade Edigin Osaze, and several other persons. He came out and he continued to fight. I don't mention that these were the enemies. So there's no way history will not pay us well. We are on the side, we are on the good side of history. So you people don't worry. I don't need bagena. Any na hayati. These were the people not in Miokore that they an Igbo man who nationalized, whose parents nationalized in Benin Kingdom, that changed their name to Benin. These were, you understand? So we are in the good side of history. So they don't know. So 200, 250 years from now, there will be bad side. When I'm misbehaving, my but anything good and nice, where they don't understand. So it will be, I mean, the way they are thinking now, area will be where I think. The way we are thinking now, where we are thinking. Now anything good as good is synonymous to where anything bad is synonymous to be. You understand? Why I talk Hagima during the reign of Obayawa the second, I classify it as Ubi. The obedience. The obedience. The man are a good side of history. So why boho? So you people should the history is always nice. So what do you say, man? You understand? So people will read about what we did, the good we did for this land. And people will also read about the bad they did for their land. So so I think I need to take my leave now. It's pretty late. Tomorrow is another day to go to work. So Sunday I'm here because on Monday you will go work. So why I was Obama talk by you, he said. So Obama talk by he said. So later.